Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the McDoncast, the spookiest podcast in Spooksville.
It's the spooky Halloween
It's time
episode.
for spookiness. Let's go. Hello, everybody. It's a spooky Halloween time. Tucker is half of Freddy Krueger.
I have the claws. I just can't eat food.
I am a
at the
guy
same
in
time.
a Star Wars t-shirt because I don't have a costume.
Sam is lazy. That's why
I
he's not
have
dressed up.
midterms and no time to buy Halloween costumes.
Could have just put on like a Steve head.
I don't have a Steve head to put on.
We have one somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere here, not in my apartment.
Want to put on that old beard over there?
No, I don't want to put on the old beard. Although one year for the theater Halloween party, I did just put that beard and the wig on and like a flannel shirt. I just walked in with a bat. They didn't know who I was. And I had the beard on and they thought I was an old guy. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Anyway, I'm Edward Scissorhands. We're gonna... today, we cut out the news portion of the show, even though there was some pretty big news.
There was so much big news this week.
We're not gonna talk about any of it.
Well, we should probably talk about a little bit of it.
No, we're not.
We could talk about Ant-Man at least.
That's not even the biggest thing that happened this week, though.
But that's like one of the biggest things.
There was 2 Marvel trailers, and then DC dropped like a bomb.
Yeah, okay, we have to talk about that.
Let's just talk about that now. Okay, but
Yeah.
anyway, but before we talk about the big news that happened.
Yes.
So of course we're gonna talk about Black Adam. That was the big movie that came out. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, we
all
are still
about-
doing the reviews this
We're
week.
still gonna talk about Black Adam. Sam might give his thoughts on House of the Dragon.
Yes,
season
because that
1.
also finished this week.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. We'll see what happens. But for Halloween, we're gonna play a fun Halloween game, and we're gonna do a candy tier list, which I thought we had done before. And I think we did on last year's, but last year the camera died while we were recording,
Yeah, so you
and
just
I
couldn't
think
see
that
any of
part's
it.
lost. So we're just gonna do it again
Mhm.
because you guys never saw it.
The tier list you never saw.
All right, but let's start off. Sam, let's talk about the big DC news that dropped a couple days ago involving who's going to take control of DC.
Oh, yeah, so there's that too.
What did you think I was talking about?
Henry Cavill.
Well, we knew that from the movie we saw.
No, but they announced more.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. You okay?
Choking. There we go.
Choking on a chicken nugget right now?
No,
Is it on a fry?
choking on allergies.
That's not a thing.
It is the thing.
You don't choke on allergies, you just have allergies.
Yes, you do. Okay, anyway.
Anyway, Sam...
Henry Cavill is confirmed. What was that?
What?
He is confirmed to be coming back for more roles as Superman.
Which we talked about last week, that they're
He said he's
taking pitches for Man of Steel 2 right now with him. So
he's reviving that role. Just like completely coming
Okay.
back.
yeah, well, I think that was expected because he showed up on that. And also, we talked about it last week, but everyone who didn't want him there is gone now, and so now he's just back. But anyway, we're gonna. I'm so lost right now. I'm very tired. This is the worst episode we've ever produced.
That's like what we say every week.
Most podcasts like improve as they go. Ours is just like a downhill slope.
Yeah, it just gets worse every week.
There's less and less hosts the more we go
Yeah,
on.
we've lost like
We've lost
3 out
three.
of 5 hosts.
We used to have 5 people.
It was
on
originally all 4 of us, and then also Patrick.
Patrick, and now Patrick's like a monthly
Patrick like
guest.
Patrick is like a recurring character. He's like what's that even? What's the best like example of even what that is? What's a TV show where like one of the main characters just like becomes a recurring?
He's like
character?
Chang on Community.
Yeah, but Chang was like always there though.
Mm,
He was always around.
I don't know. Usually, when they became a recurring character, they were in the process of leaving. But anyway, so Sam, been a question for months.
Yeah, finally.
David Zaslav has been talking it up. Who is going to be the DC Kevin Feige? Walter Hamada is out. They do not like him.
He's a bad, bad dude. He doesn't know how to do Superman good. That's what they says in his memos. He says he doesn't do Superman good.
Maybe Sony will pick him up now.
Sony will definitely hire him.
They need a Kevin Feige over. That's the next big question: is who's going to run the spum?
Well, we'll get to that. Well, we won't.
I guess it's
one day we'll get to that.
One day we'll get to that.
Not this episode.
Doesn't matter.
Come back in a future episode where we talk about that.
Who's gonna run the Morbius?
Whenever they figure out who's doing it. Anyway, yeah.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe
has actually changed.
Not
changed. Like metaphorically in reference to Black Adam, but like in the real world, the hierarchy of who's in charge of the DC universe, the production team and company has actually changed. The hierarchy of power is actually different now. It's not the same.
So in a reveal that was exclusive to the Hollywood Reporter, but has since been confirmed by everyone else and including the people involved.
That's how news works.
James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to be the co-chairs and co-CEOs of the newly formed DC Studios, which is replacing the old DC Films. DC Studios will encompass the film, TV, and animation divisions of DC. That's going to be all under one umbrella, and Peter Safran and James Gunn are going to be the co-presidents. So their solution to not being able to find a Kevin Feige was to just hire 2 people instead of 1.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that was one of the plans that they were considering before anyways. But so like, yeah, that's just like the obvious thing to do. So James Gunn also makes a lot of sense. He's been doing all their Suicide Squad stuff. He's been doing almost all their HBO Max stuff, being Peacemaker, because that's pretty much all they made for HBO Max so far. Other than Titans season 4 and 3, but those are not real.
Those aren't real TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, he's made the only parts of the DC universe that anyone actually likes at the moment.
Dog is back.
Podcast dog broke in. She can open doors. All right. But yeah,
this is
James Gunn
constant problem.
Makes sense. I understand.
But yeah,
sense.
So James Gunn is obviously the big name. He's directed Suicide Squad for them, Peacemaker. He's obviously did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be running the creative side of things. So that whole 10-year plan that they keep restarting every year. Sit. Dog time. Lay down. Everyone take a good look at Podcast Dog.
Down. Yeah, that's fine too.
Lay down. Although I'm gonna hit her on the head when I lean back in this chair. James Gunn's gonna handle the creative side of things. Peter Safran is gonna handle like the business and the scheduling and like the relationships with talent.
Mm-hmm.
So what this means is that whatever plans were going on, likely in the toilet.
Yeah. Okay, this is like big news, but it's not surprising news. Like James Gunn, that's an obvious pick.
Well, I think it's kind of surprising because we had heard like Dan Lin was in the works with this, and I think we all expected it to be like just a straight up like producer.
I kind of thought it was going to be The Rock.
The Rock kind of like just declared himself in this position.
Yeah, even though he wasn't.
He was just like, yeah, I'm basically in charge of DC now. I get to pick what happens now.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd even been saying like 2 weeks ago that he wanted to be involved in who was chosen for this job, but obviously that didn't happen.
He just really wants to make a Superman versus Black Adam movie.
I think he just
that's why he's so obsessed with like taking on like more like creative and like more like executive roles in the actual studio. He just wants to make sure that his Superman versus Black Adam movie gets made.
I think he just wants to make a lot of money off that one idea for a movie. Like, do you think he honestly really cares about like the character of Black Adam?
As long as he gets to play it, yes, absolutely. That is his favorite character.
Do you think he's ever read a comic book with Black Adam in it?
You almost said Black Adam comic book, but then you remember that those don't exist.
Do you think he's ever read a comic book with Black Adam in it?
Probably not.
Do you think he?
I mean, he might have read a couple just like for research for the role.
But like, what research? Well, I guess we'll get to that one time about the movie Black Adam. But yeah. So they're gonna report. James Gunn and Peter Safran are gonna report directly to David Zaslav. They're gonna skip the heads of Warner Brothers Pictures. They're gonna do the same thing that Kevin Feige does. He reports
where he just runs
to
everything. Yeah,
he reports directly to Bob Chapek. They're gonna report directly to David Zaslav. They are going to be in charge of all of the feature film projects except for Joker Filet Adieu.
makes sense. That's not related to anything.
The heads of Warner Brothers Pictures are in charge of that movie.
Yeah, because
Gunn
not even
and
a DC
Safran
movie.
are in charge of the actual like DC stuff.
Yeah,
And Matt Reeves is still in the mix. He's gonna be presumably allowed to just continue to do his universe. He's slowly building out.
mm-hmm.
It was also revealed with this article that
It would be a shame if that gets canned, though. I feel like that if they do reform everything, that'll get chopped.
I feel like James Gunn isn't like mean enough to be like, we're gonna just cut your whole thing and kick you to the curb. It would be smarter if he just folded it into the main continuity.
That's what everyone wants.
Like, obviously, those two like universes are very like stylistically different, but
are they though?
your current main Batman is Ben Affleck, and he's like 56 years old. Like he's not gonna do this for 10 years. He'll be in his 60s.
Like, just say that that's not really Batman. This is really Batman. The Joker's just crazy and he hallucinated Ben Affleck being Batman. And so this is actually the real Batman.
No, I think what will happen. Well, this is what they should do.
Because if they're gonna relate it, Harley Quinn, all the Harley Quinn stuff will have to be canon. Maybe not the first Suicide Squad, but definitely the Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. Those I assume would still be canon.
So, yeah, James Gunn is a really big Harley Quinn. They put out like their own statement, and in it, let's see. There's a statement from Zaslav.
Said Margot Robbie.
Yeah, here's the statement that
going to stay in the shows
that James Gunn and Peter Safran put out. We're honored to be the stewards of these DC characters which we've loved since we were children. We look forward to collaborating with the most talented writers, directors, and actors in the world to create an integrated, multi-layered universe that still allows for the individual expression of the artists involved. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, and the rest of the DC stable of characters is only equaled by our commitment to the wonder of human possibility that these represent.
Harley Quinn.
Hang on, we'll get to it. We're excited to invigorate the theatrical experience around the world as we tell some of the biggest, most beautiful, and greatest stories ever told. So key things here. They're doing an integrated universe still.
They're doing an MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Or
they said they're invigorating the theatrical experience. So
I don't
these
know what
are.
that means,
Okay.
but okay.
I think we're moving away from even the idea of doing HBO Max DC movies.
We'll probably have some. The Snyder cut of the Justice League was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it.
The problem was his other two DC movies.
The problem is all the other stuff he's made. That's not that.
Dawn of the Dead is also good. It's his best movie because James Gunn wrote the script.
Yeah. It's also the first one he made.
It's also the first one he made. But no, I don't think Zack Snyder's not coming back. I do feel like James Gunn will keep a lot of the stuff that he set up, though. Like, I think the cast that he... You're not allowed to eat those.
I'm eating one.
There's not even anything.
Snickers. You don't even like those.
I couldn't... The Halloween candy at Walmart was terrible. Like, the mix in the bag.
That's because you were buying candy, like, 3 days before Halloween. Like, it's all going to be gone.
Well, no, like, there was a bunch of it there, but, like, the bags they had it in where it's, like... That's all variety packs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, Snickers, Milky Ways, and, like, Almond Joys, and Milk Duds. Like, that was, like, all of them.
Combo.
It was either, like, all one candy or just, like, the worst ever combination of candy. This one is, I think, Starburst, M&M's, Snickers, and Skittles, which is not terrible, but it was the only bag of it, and it was only 55 pieces, which doesn't even fit up the entire
That Snickers
bowl.
bar did not have a vein, and I'm disappointed.
Some of them don't now.
Yeah, they removed the penis vein from the Snickers bars.
Bring it back.
Bring back the PP vein.
Anyway.
And what were the Snyderverse cut?
Snyder, gone.
Okay, let's review Black Adam now.
Let's talk about the DC movie. Sam?
All right, Black Adam. This movie was made by The Rock.
Let me, before...
The Rock, it doesn't say The Rock directed it, but The Rock directed it.
I want to try something. Hang on.
What are you trying?
Let's read. So, I'm going to read this plot synopsis.
All right, I guess... Are there even any spoilers for Black Adam?
Yes, I think there. I mean, yeah. Okay.
No, actually, like, is there a spoilable event in the movie.
Yes, we have to not. Okay.
No one dies.
So today,
the villain is the villain the whole time. It's like he's revealed to be the villain in the first 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah,
of the
I guess the
movie.
villain is kind of a
Like
twist villain.
the twist villain happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Okay, so today we're talking about Black Adam, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra,
Oh, you missaid The Rock.
written by Adam Skeitz, Rory Haynes, and Sorab Nashirvani. I can't.
That's a
I'm
lot
so
of
sorry.
names.
I'm so sorry. The film stars Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam. Our plot is in ancient conduct. Teth Adam was bestowed the
Teth Adam, not Death Adam. Some people thought it was Death. It's not. It's Teth with a T.
Nobody thought that.
Max thought that.
Well, he's a moron. Was bestowed
That's mean.
with the
Don't
ancient
say
powers of the gods. After using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed, and Black Adam has gone from man to myth to legend. But when he's set free, his unique form of justice, born out of rage, is challenged by modern-day heroes who form the Justice Society.
that. Unique form of
Hawkman,
justice.
Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. Sam, what did you think of Teth Adam the movie?
Heroes don't kill people.
They do in this universe.
I kill people. That's bad. No, it's not. It's awesome. Ah! That's the whole movie.
It's pretty much just one long action sequence.
Yeah. So, okay. I thought the movie was very fun, but it feels like a plot that like a 10-year-old would have come up with. He's like, because, okay, so this 10-year-old just came home from Dollar Tree, right? He got a generic superhero action figure that like isn't like a real superhero, so he's just making stuff up because he wants to seem cool. So he goes, "This is Black Adam. He's the coolest. He kills all the villains. He's the strongest. He can fly so fast and he punches so hard and he's bulletproof and he can go fast and he punches so hard and he kills the villains." And then there's a demon man because he doesn't have the other toys that like go with this, so he just has like a demon man action figure also.
Weird that they would sell that at Dollar Tree. But
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, exactly. It's just generic demon man, right? And he just smashes them together, and then he breaks one of them, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm done now."
So
that's like it's a very fun movie, but it is like, okay, there's a couple scenes that just like broke me because they were just so stupid.
This movie gets really, really stupid.
Like, okay, the kid. There's a kid in this movie.
Before we get to that,
The skateboard.
I just want to say, this feels like a movie that was written in like 2005
Mm-hmm.
and went through about 6 different drafts, and they just kept taking out more and more stuff until it eventually just became like just an hour and a half long action sequence.
Yeah,
because
there is no stories in this movie.
So this movie opens with I guess that's more of a spoiler, but I think there is a version of this movie that did not have the Justice Society in it at all.
Yeah.
And then somebody read that version of the script, said, "This is really boring. How about we take out this entire second act? Let's put the Justice Society in this, and then the whole second act can just be the Black Adam fights the Justice Society, and then at the end he can fight a different villain, and then the movie can end, and we'll just have 2 straight hours of action sequences."
Yeah. All right. So
because this movie has movies have like 3 acts, right? Traditionally,
yeah.
you have your first act, which is your setup. Second act, where you develop your characters and you develop your story. You get your
Build up.
and then you get your third act, your twist, your climax, and then your resolution, right? This movie,
Well, usually it's first act setup, second act climax, third act resolution. Most movies just have really, really short third acts.
so this movie is like 3 different acts. The first act, the villain is Inner Gang. The second
Like, they're
act,
just like dudes with guns. They're just like random dudes with guns.
the first act is Inner Gang. The second act is the Justice Society, and then the third act is Demon Man.
Sabak, who is just a generic D&D villain.
It's like this
He
movie
is literally just a red dude with devil horns and like a pentagram.
He's
on
got
his
the
chest.
power of Satan.
He has the powers of Demon guy. He shoots fire and he's red. Demon guy.
So it feels like they had 3 different options for villains. It was like, it's either going to be Inner Gang, he's going to fight the JSA, or he's going to fight Sabak. And they were just like, what if we did all 3?
How about he fights everyone?
What if he fights everyone and we cut out everything else except for him fighting? They were like, a good idea, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, so the movie starts off where he gets freed from the temple.
Oh, well, no, that's not how the movie starts.
I'm cutting out the stuff that's boring and doesn't matter.
So
there's some explorers looking for a crown. They get to the crown. Inner Gang shows up at the same time. They accidentally free Teth Adam. He murders all the Inter Gang dudes and then flies out of the cave. And now the fake Indiana Jones woman has the crown. She goes back to her apartment. Teth Adam like flies around for no reason for a while. He gets knocked out by a missile or whatever. They take him back to her apartment.
Tim, can you fix your camera?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
The more and more I hit the table, the more it's moving towards you.
Yeah, so they take Black Adam back to her apartment. He wakes up, zaps a Superman. They burn like a bunch of Superman logos because they're clearly like building up to the Superman versus Black Adam movie.
Because those famous nemesis.
They're those nemesises that are definitely have
Superman's famous rival, Black Adam.
That is definitely real. Yeah. So they keep burning like he wakes up and he accidentally zaps a poster of Superman. It's teasing for the movie. The kid walks in. He goes, "Wow, you're a superhero! Oh my gosh, I love superheroes. Superheroes are so cool. Oh my gosh, Flash superhero, Superman superhero." He just keeps listing off superheroes, and then Black Adam goes, "You're annoying," and walks through the wall. And then the mom's there, and he goes, "Hi," and he just leaves. And then the kid follows him outside and goes, "Yes, superhero! Oh my gosh!" And then he just leaves. And then he just like I don't even know what he does. He goes and stares at the statue outside.
So things I want to start off with things I liked. Okay.
I wasn't done with the recap.
I know, but those take like 20 minutes if I let you go on without stopping you.
Then he fights Inner Gang. Then the JSA shows up and they go, "Don't kill Inner Gang."
They don't set up at all. They're just heroes in this universe. You're just supposed to go along.
Hang on. He kills some Inner Gang dudes. The JSA shows up. They go, "Don't kill Inner Gang." He goes, "Why not? They're bad." And they go, "Don't. It's bad." And he goes, "No." And they fight. And then he gets locked up in prison by Amanda Waller underground. And then Sabak attacks because he stole the crown from fake Indiana Jones lady, which apparently gave him demon powers if you turn it upside down, because hell's upside down or something. It's not important. He comes back with demon powers. The JSA can't stop him. Dr. Fate dies somehow. Spoilers, but not really, because he's like not even a character. And then Black Adam rips him in half, Sabak, and then he's dead. Also, Sabak is the name of a card game from Star Wars. Yeah, so that's the movie.
So things I liked. I liked the JSA in this.
Oh, I forgot to mention the zombies. There's zombies too.
I liked the JSA in this. Specifically, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
I liked Pierce Brosnan, but Dr. Fate was not in the movie. It was just Pierce Brosnan pretending to be Well, that's what acting is.
It was not.
It was just Pierce Brosnan. Dr. Fate was not in the movie.
It was not Dr. Fate. It looked like Dr. Fate. They call him Dr. Fate.
But he has none of Dr. Fate's powers, none of Dr. Fate's weaknesses, none of Dr. Fate's abilities.
Kent Nelson is Kent Nelson. They're pretty similar from...
The guy who, in the DC universe, is the guy who turns into Dr. Fate, acts like that guy. But when Dr. Fate is Dr. Fate...
It's not him.
Because in the comics, Dr. Fate is a different guy than the guy who turns into Dr. Fate. It's kind of like the Hulk, sort of. That's the best analogy that you are probably aware of. But like when he puts on the helmet, he has no control over his body or his powers. His personality gets like suppressed, and the personality of Nobu, the spirit that lives in the helmet, takes over his body. Which means unless Nobu takes the helmet off and basically resigns himself to living in a helmet, the guy doesn't get to come out anymore. So in the comics, he only got to come out, like Nobu would only take the helmet off once a year if he promised to put it back on, and it was only so he could like be at his daughter's birthday. And that was it. That's the only time he ever gets to be free. In this movie, he's popping that thing on and off like
literally all the time.
Like I don't even know. Like he just in the middle of a fight, he walks up to a dude, takes his helmet off, tells him something, and then puts it back on, and then goes back to fighting. Like, okay, even if you were in a fight with a normal helmet that doesn't possess you and keep you from taking it off, why in the middle of a fight would you take your helmet off to tell someone something?
Because he's reasoning.
If you were riding a bicycle and you were riding next to your friend, and you stopped to tell him something, are you gonna take your helmet off, tell him something, and then put it back on? Why did you do that?
I don't know. Anyway, I like
they
him.
They just did. I like the actor. I like the guy, like the character of the guy, but Dr. Fate is just not in the movie.
Okay, but it not being exactly like the comic, it's not like an inherent flaw.
But that's one of my favorite DC characters, and it wasn't even there.
When he was there and when he was doing things, it was cool. My problem,
his powers did look cool.
My problem is him and the rest of the JSA are not set up at all.
They just show up out
They
of
have
nowhere.
apparently just existed.
Also, Hawkman is Iron Man for some reason. Max, you have a ton of ketchup on your shirt. Went through chicken tenders at you? Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Max is here, guys.
No, okay. None of the JSA is set up. I liked all of them to some extent. The only one who was just kind of there was
Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher had like a couple funny lines. Cyclone did nothing.
Yeah, but she was like cute, so it's fine.
Whenever she was in a fight, her powers looked cool. Like,
yeah, her
she
powers
was doing
look
things.
really cool.
But like, if it's not an action scene, she's just like standing there in complete silence.
She's like, And they say at the beginning of the movie that she has an IQ of 160, and
yeah,
she
has a genius level intellect.
She's like a super genius,
and that she just doesn't.
She does nothing. Like, she helps heal a dude, but that's it. I think the person's here.
Do I gotta let him in?
Yeah, I'll just pause. Pause. All right. Anyways, well, if not, you can download the stream and use that instead. That's the benefit of also streaming it.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Black Adam. We were talking about things you liked. We talked about Pierce Brosnan.
Okay.
Now we're talking about how dumb the JSA was because they weren't set up and half of them are.
I like Aldous Hodge. I thought he was great as Hawkman.
Hawkman was super cool, but like, what was his character? Why was he Iron Man? He's
Yeah,
not Iron Man ever.
I don't know. I don't understand why he was like leading the being the leader of the JSA is fine, but I don't understand why they're like headed out of his mansion.
Yeah, and
I don't understand
why do they have an X-Men plane? Did they have that?
What do you mean? They don't have anything. We've never seen them before.
No, but I mean in the comics. They were in comics before.
Yeah, but they were okay. So in the comics, the JSA was the prototype Justice League.
They were like the Justice League, but like in the 1940s, and it was like Captain Kerplouf and like the Mistress of Magic.
Okay.
It was like characters that like are just like old, like 1940s, 30s characters.
It was the early Justice League. It was like Jay Garrick Flash.
Oh, the sound is not working. Hey, keep talking.
It was like Jay Garrick Flash, Dr. Fate, Our Man, Stargirl. Like, it was those kind of characters. And then they went away when the Justice League popped up. And then they came back later as the version as the characters on Earth 2, when it was established that early DC comics were on Earth 2, and then the newer stuff that was in like the Silver Age is on Earth 1. It was the JSA was on Earth 2, the Justice League was on Earth 1. Batman and Superman were on both teams simultaneously. In this, they are just another superhero team. They are like the third superhero team in the DCEU that has just been established and you're just supposed to go along with, even though all of their characters were introduced off screen, which has just been the theme of the newer DC movies, is that there's just like 100 characters there's just 100 characters and a million events that have happened, and you're just supposed to like pick up on all of that. Like, the JSA has been a thing apparently for like decades. All of the Suicide Squad characters have just like been around. It's Shazam. She's just around. I mean, we saw that though. I'm spinning my wheels right now. Anyway, so they're kind of just brought into the movie. Like, there's this really dumb part of the movie where Dr. Fate at the end sacrifices himself in the dumbest possible way, so that the JSA can like live on because they're more important as a group. The problem is there's like 4 of them,
and they all die anyway, so that was pointless.
No, they don't all die.
The one that he specifically by name was like, I'm doing this to save you in particular, died.
Hawkman doesn't die.
Yeah, he does. He gets stabbed through the chest with a giant spike.
I know, but he lives.
Yeah, maybe.
No, he lives.
Does he live?
Yes.
How does he survive getting stabbed with a giant thing?
How does everyone survive? How does anyone survive anything in this universe? They just do.
I remember just did he heal when he like
did
picked the
not
helmet up?
die. He definitely didn't die.
Did he heal when he picked up the helmet? What
I don't know, but he didn't die.
dumb movie.
Also, what is this? What version of Hawkman is this? Does he reincarnate?
He says at one point that he doesn't fear death. I assume that they're alluding to the fact that he reincarnates, because he reincarnates. That's Hawkman's whole thing.
Also, where's Hawk Girl?
Yeah, okay. Hawkman and Hawkgirl's whole thing is that they're like lovers across time. So
Sometimes.
they die and then they reincarnate and then they fall in love again and then they die and that's what they do. That's their whole gimmick. They always do that. That's their thing. Podcast dog is rubbing her face on the ground for some reason.
And has opened another door to get
and
back
has
in the
opened
room.
the door once again. But yeah, that's what's going on. That does, I don't understand. None of the characters in for Adam Smasher, they made it Adam Smasher's grandson, but like
No, it was his.
why?
His uncle was the original Atom Smasher,
Yeah, it was like his nephew.
and somehow he inherited his powers from his uncle.
Which
How does that
make no
work? That
sense.
doesn't make any sense at all.
But whatever.
Why was it not just his like dad?
And then Cyclone says that she has aerokinesis.
Which she has from nanobots, which they introduced at a throwaway.
Yeah,
line.
they say is from nanobots that she's controlling, which is just that's technokinesis. That means she is controlling robots, not controlling air.
No,
those are just different abilities.
She's using the robots to control the air.
That's like me picking up a shovel and throwing dirt at someone and saying, "Oh, I'm an earthbender." Like, no, you're not. You're just a guy with a shovel.
Well, no, not every.
She's just using a very technologically advanced shovel to throw wind at people.
She's the only one with that shovel.
Tina is eating a napkin. She picked a napkin up off the table and is eating it now because she has a small brain.
That's her McDonald's.
Tina, that's paper, baby. Tina. Okay.
That's
anyway.
So I did like the JSA though. There should have been more of them, and we should have known who they are before this movie came out.
And why were they working for Amanda Waller?
Amanda Waller. I don't know what that was. I feel like they needed kind of like.
Why weren't they just like a Suicide Squad if they're working for Amanda Waller?
Okay. I think you know what. In the 10 years the script has been in the works,
You think there was a version where
I bet you at one point it was the Suicide Squad.
that tonally also would make so much more sense.
Because this was supposed to be like dark and gritty and like
Yeah.
violent. I'll bet you money that maybe 3 or 4 years ago it was the Suicide Squad, and that's why Amanda Waller was there.
I think they changed it so they could have artificial conflict to contrast them with like real heroes.
They did that. The JSA would be inherently like less murdery.
Yeah,
and it would have like it would be like more kid friendly, like because it's superheroes, and then you could have the superhero contrast. But I feel like it was probably the Suicide Squad. They switched that out, and then they just kept Amanda Waller in the script, and they were just like, they just worked together.
I will bet you that because this movie's been in development for almost, I think, 17 years.
Dwayne Johnson was cast as Black Adam in 2008.
He was cast a few months after the first iPhone was announced. Steve Jobs announced that the iPhone was a product Apple was developing the same year that The Rock was cast as Black Adam.
He was cast before
and the movie
MCU even
came
started.
out in 2022. But I will bet you that originally, because it wasn't even supposed to be a Black Adam movie.
Well, originally he was just going to be in Shazam.
He was just going to be in Shazam. So that was probably original version. Next version was probably they reworked it after 2016 after the first Suicide Squad came out with plans to have him fight that version of the Suicide Squad.
Okay, no, here's what I think it was.
That movie was a critical failure, so they scrapped that. No more Suicide Squad. But we need a Nick Fury character, so keep Amanda Waller, I guess.
Yeah.
Then, as time went on and the DC universe got more and more messy, they were like, okay, well, we can't use the Justice League now because they were probably going to use a couple characters from the Justice League and just have them fight like a couple of dudes, like maybe the Flash and like just a couple of the like not quite as big members of the Justice League. And then they were like, okay, well, that's a wash now. That's not working. So I know, throw some random B characters from the comics. He'll fight them, call them the Justice Society.
I feel like it was Shazam movie with bigger Black Adam role.
Okay, you got to put your hat on. They're confused.
It's hot. I don't want to wear it.
Well, maybe put the hat on and take the sweater off.
Then I'm just a guy in a fedora.
No, you're Indiana Jones then. That's more than.
Then I have to take the sweater off. No, but it was probably Shazam movie with Black Adam in a bigger role. Black Adam, just where he fights Sabak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Adam with Intergang and Sabak. Black Adam with Intergang, Sabak, and Suicide Squad. Black Adam with Intergang, Justice Society, and Sabak.
Sabak, yeah.
And it just amalgamated.
It just kept getting
5
dumber.
different screenplays together. Because I bet you the whole opening montage of the movie where we introduce Black Adam and his whole tragic backstory. That was probably
is the old man hair over there too?
in the box.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put that on for the House of the Dragon bit. Continue.
Now I don't know what I'm saying. You messed me up again.
You were talking about how many revisions it went through with all the different people.
I don't know what point I was gonna make.
You were saying that it was like 5 different screenplays mashed together.
Hang on, let me trace back my thoughts. Now I'm completely lost. I don't even know what I was talking about.
Remember the scene where the kid in slow-mo? Okay, why were so many of the scenes in this movie slow-mo?
Oh!
Just off the bat.
Okay, I know where I was going. The weird part is that the whole concept that the movie is sort of based around, which is like, heroes don't kill people. And the Justice Society doesn't kill anyone, but
Unless
Black Adam...
they kill them by accident. They kill lots of people by accident.
True, but...
Remember when he slips on a banana peel and crushes a building?
Well, there was no one in that
building.
building.
There was definitely people in that building.
But they don't matter.
See, in the Justice League, they can get away with saying, oh, the Flash just evacuated everyone. What's their excuse? That man just sat on a building. They're dead now.
Hawkman moves really fast.
Oh, yeah, he does. But why, though?
Maybe Dr. Fate opened a portal.
He can't do that in this movie, though.
Well, we don't see him do it.
Well, so it's assumed he cannot, then.
No, he can do it if he does it off screen.
Okay, then why can't Hawkman do it?
What do you mean, why can't Hawkman do it?
He could probably do it, he just does it off screen.
Well, maybe he does. I don't know, Sam.
That's a dumb thing to say.
Oh, really? This movie is dumb? No, but I feel like the whole notion of like that being the central debate of the movie feels like very early 2000s.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Where like
the nuance is gone. Well, because there's no nuance.
In early superhero movies, that was a thing. In Superman from 1978, Superman doesn't kill anyone. Yeah. But in Man of Steel, in this universe, which still has all of its central... The Flash has not come out yet. Every DCEU movie that has been released is still technically canon.
In the same universe.
So Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad...
Except Batman, that one's not. All the other ones are, though.
Those are all still canon, which means in this universe... Batman, who has posters and action figures sold of him and is a member of the Justice League...
Presumably makes his own merch.
Yes. We've seen him kill a lot of people on screen.
No, he's never completely killed people.
Sam, he shot a man with a machine gun on screen.
No. He shot the car, and the car crashed.
No, he shot...
No. We don't know if they died. Yes, he stabbed that dude in the shoulder with a hunting knife. We don't, and then smashed his head through the ground. We don't know if he died.
Sam.
He could have been okay, just extremely injured.
In Batman vs. Superman, he's holding a machine gun in his hand, shoots a guy with a flamethrower on the back, and the flamethrower explodes while it's strapped to the guy.
We don't know if he died. He might just be severely burned.
He would be incinerated.
Martha was in the same room and she didn't die.
I know, because he grabbed her and then he held her with his flame-resistant cape.
Yeah, but he could be okay. He might just be very burned.
All right, I'll give you...
We never see him explicitly kill
I'm pretty sure he says in the movie he's killed people.
No, he doesn't.
He just doesn't admit to it.
He just doesn't. He doesn't ever say he's killed anyone.
No. We've seen Superman kill people, though.
Aquaman, we have seen kill people.
Aquaman's killed people. Wonder Woman's killed people.
Wonder Woman kills freaking everyone.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman just goes freaking chopping heads off.
Superman kills a lot of people.
Unless you're the head bad guy, then she doesn't kill you.
Superheroes in this universe kill literally all the time. So why is the Justice Society, who has canonically existed in this universe for decades... being like, you know what, it's fine if like Superman or Batman is just kind of walking around murdering everyone, but if Black Adam does it, we gotta intervene.
Also, they did that whole thing also in Peacemaker.
Oh, with the debate on whether or not he should kill anyone?
Yeah.
and they did it much better on that show than they do in this movie.
Yeah.
Where it's in this movie, there's probably like I think there's at least 2 or 3 different scenes.
One of the biggest issues with this movie is they didn't know whether or not to take Black Adam seriously. So sometimes he'll say something non-sarcastically, but we, the audience, are meant to interpret it sarcastically. But the character isn't being sarcastic. But it's supposed to come off as comedic. But since in the universe of the movie, he's not being sarcastic, except for when he explicitly says he is, it's very weird.
I think the whole movie is meant to be taken seriously.
No,
I don't think any of this is a joke.
There are some lines where
there are jokes, but I don't think
bit.
the movie itself is supposed to be fun. Like you're not supposed to laugh at the movie.
There are some lines where he's like do you want me to teach him violence? No, I don't want. Do you want his father to teach him violence? Black Adam, Teth Adam, is saying that seriously. That character genuinely thinks that he is supposed to teach.
Yeah, but that's the joke is that he's a fish out of water.
Are meant to laugh at that.
But you're supposed to laugh at that because it's a fish out of water joke. You're not supposed to laugh at the character of Black Adam.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is confusing.
What do you mean it's confusing? He's just saying jokes.
But he's not a character that like says jokes. Through the rest of the movie, he's ripping dudes' heads off and throwing them off buildings.
Because you're supposed.
He's not a jokey character.
They
never settled whether or not they wanted him to be jokey or not. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's supposed to be a serious character who says serious things, but because he's a fish out of water, they sound goofy, and that's a one-time joke in the movie.
But that happens a couple times where he says something like exaggeratedly dumb, and we're meant to interpret it as a joke.
It's not supposed to be dumb. He's just not aware because he's been asleep for 5,000 years.
To us, it's dumb. Like the audience knows that he's dumb because he's dumb.
He's not supposed to be dumb.
But in the movie, he's a dummy.
He's dumb because he doesn't know things about the modern world.
No. He's also dumb because he just does whatever anyone tells him to do.
No, he doesn't. He just does the opposite of whatever everyone's telling him to do.
Anytime a character tells him to do something, he does it. I kept track the whole movie. Anytime someone asked him to do something, he did it every single time. There's the scene where the kid's like, say this catchphrase. He says the catchphrase. He's like, hey, you just turn it the wrong way completely. So he's like, tell him the man in black sent you. And then he starts using that catchphrase. Like, every time someone tells him to do even like minor things, he just does the thing that they asked.
No, but it's just...
Ooh, watch out.
It's all good, everybody. We're all friends. But there's probably like 3 different scenes in this movie where he picks up 2 guys, flies them in the air.
Oh my gosh, he does that 3 times. Literally,
and then drops them. That's half
it's in the microwave.
That's like half the movie is just him doing that one thing repeatedly over and over and over again.
Yeah, it gets really dumb.
It gets really repetitive. I feel like the first act is probably the worst. No, the third act is the worst part. The second act, the first.
No, I disagree. I think that the third act was fine. I think that just should have been the main. I think that should have been the main villain.
But he's such a terrible villain.
Yeah, Black Adam's a terrible hero, so it's fine.
No, but he's not terrible because he's like so bad. He's terrible because he's just like a nothing character.
He's a dum-dum, yeah.
He's a big red guy whose motivation is that he wants to have all the power so he can have all the power. The dog just opened the door for like the 4th difference.
No, Max left it open when he walked through. You go, no, don't do it. Lay down, idiot.
Damn.
Here, see, now she laid down. See, you just gotta call her dum-dum, and then she does it. What was I saying?
I keep losing my train of thought because people keep interrupting.
Yes, fine. Let's talk about Skateboard Kid, please. I need to freaking Skateboard
Sam,
Kid.
rant about Skateboard Kid.
We were talking about how Sabak is villain, but that's so Skateboard Kid. I don't remember his name. He's the son of fake Indiana Jones woman.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the whole movie, he's just trying to like tell Black Adam how to be a cooler superhero. So he's like telling him to do catchphrases, and he's like telling him like how to like act cool, basically. Max, your microphone's not plugged in.
Yeah, you're not making any. I can't.
Shh. At one point, Intergang like breaks into his apartment building, and he tries to sneak out by like crouching on his skateboard and slowly skating by the banister. They all see him because he's just skateboarding in an open area, and so they start shooting at him. Black Adam saves him, but not really, and he gets kidnapped. And And then later on in the movie, he like becomes like a resistance fighter. Again, there's zombies at the end. He becomes
There's like shoehorned in CG zombie characters.
Yeah, they just throw generic D&D skeleton
They're
zombies.
they feel like they just stole a model out of World of Warcraft and just dropped it into the movie.
Yeah. So he's like he does the hand thing. They do this hand thing, and he's like, guys, do the hand thing, and then all the people in the town do the hand thing.
It's supposed to be more meaningful than it actually is.
And then they pick up pipes and stuff, and then it cuts to a slow-mo scene of him slowly skateboarding around the corner. It's in slow-mo. He's in slow-mo skateboarding around the corner, and he's not like pushing the skateboard with his foot. He's just standing straight up on his skateboard, slowly driving forward, like as if just a gust of wind was propelling him slowly forward. And then like during this whole slow-mo scene where he's very slowly to begin with rolling on a skateboard out, the rest of the crowd like comes around the corner and you see this kid slowly drifting forwards on a skateboard and just like an army of angry dudes behind him. And
with
it's
like
the
pipes.
It is the funniest looking scene in any DC movie.
That's why the third act, I hate it so much, because it's just like a CGI devil monster. And
Devil Man.
The 94th different DC character with blue lightning powers. And they're just like punching each other while there's a skybeam and a generic CGI army in one tiny little location in the town. There's barely like any like feeling of stakes. Is this like weird portal happening only in Kahndaq? Is it happening all over the world? We don't know. The villain has zero plan. His plan is literally just to like blow things up because he wants to.
Yeah, he just wants to like. So he's trying to sit on this throne because his ancestor used to rule the kingdom, and if he sits on the throne, he can unleash hell on Earth. Although they never say that. We just understand that that's his goal.
That's just his motivation.
He's trying to sit on the throne, so we just assume, okay, well, he's got to sit on the throne to use his powers.
So that rule is done. Like, why
And so he goes and he shoots fire everywhere, and then he sits on the throne, and then there was a sky beam! A sky beam!
Sky beam!
Let's go! We were literally clapping in the theater going, sky beam!
I miss sky beams. I know everyone hates sky beams, and they're a really stupid way
Which, by the way,
give a movie stakes.
If you don't know what we're talking about, watch any Phase 1 Marvel movie, or any early DC movie,
or like a Transformers,
or any
Turtles.
action movie from like the last like 12 years.
2008 to 2014. If you were like a superhero type movie,
then
or
your movie
sci-fi
ends with a big white, red, or blue. Sometimes
it was
green,
usually
but
blue.
White, red, or blue sky beam just shooting into the sky, and it was opening a portal.
And it opened a portal or did a big laser.
It always was doing some evil thing, but they always end with a sky beam.
Yeah, it was that we finally. It was just like they threw every single superhero movie trope into one movie. The one that they didn't do is the romance between Black Adam and the Indiana Jones woman didn't have a romance.
Yeah, they didn't have and I thought they would.
That was but you only thought they would do that not because they had chemistry, but because it's trope, and then feels like they had to do it.
Yeah. Well, because so for one, she's like a descendant of either his family or like another.
They set that. When did that happen?
She has the necklace.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like she's the descendant of his clan.
I must have missed that.
That's the case. Yeah,
because I went to the bathroom at one point. Maybe that was
that was the only use of like subtlety in the entire movie.
No, there's also.
Yeah, they foreshadow that her necklace has powers at the first scene of the movie. They go, "What's that necklace?" And she goes, "It's from my family." And they go, "Wow, raw magic metal? That better have some pretty crazy powers." And she goes, "No, it doesn't." And then that's the end of the conversation. And then she was right. It just didn't have powers.
That's another thing. Is setup and payoff.
Just does not exist.
Throughout the entire movie, it is set up that Black Adam has this weakness to this metal. And whenever we see it get hit by him, he gets hit by it. It's like the only thing that hurts him. There's like a big scar and he has to heal himself, right?
And it just doesn't matter.
The
villain just doesn't use it.
It does not. It is not worked into the plot at all. There's no point where like he's hit with a big chunk of it and we're like, oh my gosh, is he going to die? The JSA never looks into it as a way to take him down.
Yeah.
No, it's just It's used by the inner gang
And
in a
it's
couple of scenes, and it's never ever brought
the
up
first
as a real
fight
plot
that
device.
Black Adam is in at the very beginning of the movie when he gets knocked out and taken to that apartment.
where
it's
they
'cause
do the Quicksilver scene from X-Men Days of
and they
Future
use
Past.
the same exact
They do
song.
the same song.
Yeah, so okay, at the very beginning of the movie, he's fighting Inner Gang, and they do the slow most. It's the scene from X-Men Days of Future Past where Quicksilver's going really slow and he's like poking the guards in the face
It's
and all
that, but so much
It's
lamer.
that exact scene, but he's like sticking grenades in people's butts. And,
No,
like,
but it's not even
throwing
that.
rockets at dudes. And
No,
things
'cause
like that.
And that scene works really
Hang
well.
on, I'm not done.
No, just give me 1 second. That scene works really well because he's in a contained space, and the movie gives you an exact detail of what is in the scene for him to use.
Yeah.
And then he does all of it, and then there's a payoff. In this scene, he's just slowly floating through a battlefield
And just grabbing random bullets
and just
stuff
like
and throwing them.
throwing rockets around and just getting hit by bullets, and that's all he does.
Yeah.
It's just like slow-mo shots of him shooting lightning at people.
And then
that's
anyways,
it.
he gets to the bottom of the ground after he's killed all these dudes, and there's one more guy left, and he shoots a vibranium rocket. I don't know what the metal's called. It's vibranium. He shoots a
Ternium or
vibranium rocket.
unobtainium.
It shoots towards him. He
Transformium.
catches it. He looks at it for a minute. He goes, "Oh, cool missile!" And then it explodes in his face because it's a freaking missile.
And then you
and
think
he gets
he'd be
knocked
dead.
out. And then they drag him. Yeah, he does because he wakes up in the apartment,
No, he stands up and then.
and then he gets knocked out. Yeah,
Because he's just so darn cool.
he's so darn cool. It takes him like a minute to get knocked out. Zap himself. Yeah, he can seal up the wound just by being like, "Shh, all right, I'm healed
I
now."
love how all of his powers, like self-healing, all just like, all like, all he does.
I'm so tired of lightning. Can we at least change the color of the lightning, please?
Yeah, make it like red or something.
Wonder Woman,
Black
The
Lightning is
Flash,
so cool.
Shazam, Black Adam. They all have
And
vague
Cyborg.
Cyborg to an extent. They all just have vague blue lightning powers.
Yeah.
Can Shazam be yellow, please? He has a big yellow lightning bolt on his chest. Can we make the lightning actually yellow, please?
But yeah, okay. What would you give Black Adam out of 10 or 5?
Oh,
give it a thing.
I
give
just
it a
wanted.
score.
We have two more things we got to talk about.
We
One,
do?
when he goes to Amanda Waller's
Oh, yeah, we
stupid
do.
prison, where they put you in stasis, and there's just like a million people put in stasis there. Wait, is there just a million people in this exact scenario? What is that for?
They're probably just other villains they have in that.
It's a
place.
big tease for more
Yeah.
characters that have existed. in
There's
this
all
universe.
these funny scenes where they CGI'd the Rock's head onto a smaller
onto a
dude.
small.
Because the way that Shazam and Black Adam's powers work is when they say Shazam, lightning strikes them, and then they become like God body. But like when they're not God body mode, they just like they're regular dudes.
Well,
when
in
he
Shazam,
looks-
in
so-
Shazam, it works because it's a kid. So when he's not a superhero, he's the kid,
Yeah,
right?
so there's contrast.
In this,
He just becomes a less muscular dude.
yeah,
But since The Rock is actually just super buff in real life, when they make him
in
a
no way
regular
thanks to
dude,
steroids.
when they make him a regular dude, they had to get a different actor. So they CGI'd The Rock's enormous head onto this like scrawny man,
Yeah.
and he looks like a bobblehead. It's hilarious.
There's also this thing that they try to make you like that they try to set up as a twist, where in ancient times the real hero of Kondak was Teth Adam's son, who had the powers but gave it to his dad
In order
for
to-
one
to
moment and
heal
then
him,
died.
yeah.
And they try to act like it's a big reveal when it happens, but it's in the trailer that his son died
Yeah,
and
it's
he
in
had
the
the
trailer for
powers
the movie.
Share his powers.
because you need the big stick to do that.
Yeah,
They also
you got to have Shazam's
Whoa.
wizard staff.
throughout the movie. So if anything, if there's scenes that aren't action sequences, it's usually
A flashback.
them trying to get the crown, a flashback, or characters walking up to Black Adam to tell him how cool he is and how
Yeah.
powerful. Because to stroke Dwayne Johnson's ego. And every single
Black Adam.
and every single time they're like, the Black Adam's the most powerful person we've ever seen. He's got powers like no one else. And I'm like, what about Shazam?
You know, that guy with the exact same
He
powers
lives down the street.
that there's like 9 of.
He has the same exact, literally the
7 of.
same exact powers, and has like 6 other people who live in his house
and also
who
all have the same powers.
There's like 7 other people
Who
with
could
the
do this-
same power set,
They do the same thing.
and you're like, this is unprecedented. We've never seen they're not even unique powers. He just flies around and shoots lightning out of his hands. Everyone does that.
But yeah, there's one more big thing. Then this is the last thing, and then we gotta move on. there is a post-credit scene for this movie, which you might have already known the reveal since we
The
talked
Rock
about this
has
last
been
week.
talking about it for like 4 weeks.
And it's also been confirmed Henry Cavill said so. But Amanda Waller FaceTimes
Via drone cam.
via drone cam. She FaceTimes Black Adam or Teth Adam. She goes, "What are you gonna call yourself?"
No, at that point he's Black Adam.
Yeah, it's done. Anyway, she goes, "All right, Black Adam, you win. I won't put you in jail, but you gotta stay in vague
Kahndaq.
Middle Eastern country.
It's Kahndaq.
Vague Middle Eastern country."
Well, Kahndaq has been his
And then-
the comics.
Yeah, and then he goes, "But what if I don't want to stay in vague Middle Eastern country?" She goes, "Well, I'll have to stop you." And he goes, "No one on this planet can stop me." And she goes, "I got friends from other planets." And then the fog slowly fades away, and Superman was just already standing there. And he goes,
Well, maybe he moved in really quick when he heard
then
the phone call.
he goes up and he goes, "I'm Superman." And then the movie ends.
He says something, but people were clapping, so I couldn't hear
He
it.
says, "I'm Superman, Black Adam.
Although,
and
okay,
I'm cooler than you."
The
And
best
then
part
it
of the
ends.
movie was seeing
He's
Superman.
got the S curly hair.
He's got the curl. He's wearing the Man of Steel suit,
but
which
like
is
a
fine.
colorized version.
But they
of
like
it.
upped the color on the.
They made it
symbol.
look like Superman's costume
Yeah.
instead of like
And
just a
people
weird thing.
actually like did a clap when he showed up,
Yeah, because we like him.
which is cool to see. You're clapping for
No,
Superman.
People have wanted him to come back. For
Remember
a
when
long
people
time
were
now.
bored of Superman and said he was lame and that he shouldn't be in movies
And
anymore?
now they're clapping for him when he
Yeah.
shows up.
Probably because people realize they like Superman and that he's a cool character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Okay, yeah, freaking what's his not even fake Dr. Fate basically basically restrained him by himself.
okay, but the reason, let's be honest, the reason Dr. Fate is the way he is in this movie is just because they needed him to be Doctor
They
Strange.
needed him to be they gave him Doctor Strange's abilities instead of Dr.
Also,
Fate's
he
abilities.
dies, but the helmet's still around. So maybe he'll come back.
But no,
We'll
the
figure
helmet
out.
disintegrated. Remember?
No, I think what
I
the
So
think
I don't
it'll
know
just
if he's gonna. Yeah,
reappear.
that's what I think will happen, but we don't know that. And if it doesn't
No, we
reappear,
don't. If it does it, then it's just really
then they
dumb.
just that was
No,
just
but he
what
does
even
say
was
that the
dumb.
orders of fate exist.
He says that he says that he is a Lord of Order, but
Yeah.
we don't really know what.
I think they're
There's no
gonna-
context for that.
I
yet.
guess.
Like,
They can't hear you, Max.
Maybe, but we don't know.
I
That's what I'm
feel
saying.
like-
We don't know yet. It just that helmet is not supposed to disappear ever.
No.
That helmet is made out of like god metal from like the gods
Again,
of
I
the
think
DC
it's just
universe.
a magic thing where it'll reappear. I feel like what they'll end up doing is that if they want to bring Pierce Brosnan back in some capacity, it'll be picked up by a new guy, and then in the helmet there will be
His
like
voice will be in there.
his voice or like
And
he'll appear as like a
he'll be
hologram.
Nobu. That's dumb. Anyway,
No, he won't be Nobu. Who just also be in
yeah,
the
because
helmet.
that did happen actually. When
Yeah, it happened
when
in Young
Zatanna
Justice.
became
That's how
Dr.
they did it
Fate,
in Young Justice.
yeah, his consciousness lived on in the helmet with Nobu, and
so
they
they'll
just
just
kind
do
of
that.
live in there. And
That way,
chat.
Pierce Brosnan doesn't have to like put on a suit or go anywhere. He
Yeah.
can just like film in front of a green screen.
Anyway, yeah, that's everything for
Sam,
Black
would
Adam.
you recommend Black Adam?
I honestly would. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun time. Do I think it's a good movie? Not really.
No, it's very dumb.
But I think it's actually just a fun. Like if you and your parents, maybe your siblings, just want to go out and have a fun, good time at the movies, this is a fun, good time at the movies.
Yes, it's a movie.
Is it a movie that's like
Yes.
worth examining critically? Probably not.
or-
Yeah, maybe wait till it's on HBO Max. But it is a fun time. It is a
I
fun.
mean,
movie.
there's things exploding. You like The Rock?
If you like
Then
Fast
no.
and Furious, if you like Transformers, and you wish that The Rock was a Transformer, this is the movie for you.
If you like Transformers, you shouldn't be seeing movies.
But this movie's for them if they do want to see movies.
You're just recommending this movie to dum-dums.
Yes, it's a
if,
dumb
you're,
movie.
if you're a total moron.
If you are a dummy who does not want to think at the theater, this is the best movie.
Yeah, correct.
For you.
If you hate thinking,
No, okay.
then this is the movie
But
for you.
genuinely, if you just want to go to the movies for a fun time, you don't want to have to like think about. Well, like when you go to see a Marvel movie, the whole time you're thinking, all right, how's this relating to the next one? What elements are we continuing from
That's
the ones
true.
before? Like, there's a lot more mental effort that goes into like keeping
Benefits
track
of
with all that.
DC's horrible continuity.
Whereas with this movie, it's like, all right, Black Adam, cool. That guy, or he's cool. They're punching each other, awesome. Like you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I guess if this is, I would recommend you see this as like a matinee showing, and if there's like discount ticket prices.
Yeah, don't see it full price.
Don't
pay
pay like
IMAX.
$20 to see this in IMAX. That's just a bad financial decision.
All right, moving on. House of the Dragon. I finished this show on not Sunday. No. Oh, you just mooshed the Thanos gauntlet. All right, you fix that while I'm talking about this. What was I saying? Yeah, so I finished this on Monday night, because I didn't watch it Sunday because I was studying for an exam that I thought was on Monday, but it was actually on Wednesday. But I didn't watch it on Sunday night. That's my point. I finished this show. Overall, I would say that this show was very good. As a person who was a fan of the original Game of Thrones, barring like the last season and a half, this show is actually very good. It does Cena, don't eat Legos. It does a much better job of maintaining character consistency than Game of Thrones did. And I think that's just because there's less characters. Like, you're working with a smaller group. There's really only like a couple factions in this show, whereas in Game of Thrones, you're following like 5 or 6 different families across the entire continent. Whereas this, we're following just the Targaryens, just the Valerians, like a couple of the High Towers, and then like a couple other characters like name dropped, but they don't really do anything. We don't really see what they're doing. We're really only following the Targaryens and the Valerians. Yes, they rhyme. Don't worry about it. There are a couple of time skips. There's like 3 or 4 time skips over the course of this one season. Game of Thrones never ever did time skips.
Unique to this show.
Yeah, it basically their world aged as our world did, like basically in real time, which was kind of cool. But in this show, they like the first 3 episodes. Rhaenyra, the main character, the queen, kind of queen, that's kind of what the show's about. Is like a teenager, or like maybe like somewhere around like 15, 16, somewhere around there. Then we cut. She's like in her like late 20s, and she has a couple of kids, and then we cut again, like maybe 10 years after that, or maybe like 15 years after that. Her kids are now like her age in the first 3 episodes, and she has like another baby on the way. They're popping out babies in this show all the time. Every character has like 12 babies every day. Every day, every woman is pregnant all the time. Every single woman, always pregnant. Everyone's having babies. That's just like happened, and that's another one of the themes of the show. Like, if you watch the show, you'll understand like why that happens so much. But yeah, it's a little hard to follow even though there is a smaller cast. When you're constantly aging and changing who's playing the characters, it's a little hard to follow. One character I did really like was King Viserys. He's in the first episode. He like basically kills his wife in order to like give her a C-section, and she dies. And you're like, whoa, this dude's super messed up. This dude sucks. And then as the show goes on, you're like, oh wait, he's like the only dude who doesn't suck. I mean, he does kind of suck a little bit, but like he's not that bad compared to everyone else. And then by the end of the show, you're just like, oh man, this guy was really nice. I don't want to see him go. And then he dies because he's like 1,000,000 years old. But yeah, the main conflict of the show comes from King Viserys not having a male heir. He names his daughter the heir, and then he eventually does give birth to a son. And then that starts a whole thing. Also, okay, but Tucker, you know how Game of Thrones does a lot of incest?
Yes.
So because they do a lot of incest, they name a lot of the characters the same names, right? So there's,
I guess,
her name's not Daenerys. What is oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the main character's name. Okay, hold up. What? I just forgot her name.
House of the Dragon, more like House of the Dragon on length.
Rhaenyra.
So
Okay.
many episodes.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to keep this character list name up so I can refer to it while I'm talking. So, Princess Rhaenyra is named the heir. Eventually, her father, the king, gives birth to a male heir with his new wife, who is also Rhaenyra's childhood best friend. They're not best friends anymore, though, because she marries her dad, and she didn't really like that. So then he has a male heir whose name is Aegon. Because he's named after Aegon the Conqueror, who was a king, like 2 or 3 kings prior to Viserys, right? Then
Why are you trying
Rhaenyra-
to explain the plot of this?
Rhaenyra also has a kid named Viserys. Or not, well, she does have one named Viserys, which is the same as her dad's name, but also has a son named Aegon, because I guess that's just the popular name these days. So they're talking about that Aegon, Rhaenyra's kid Aegon. They're talking about the king's kid Aegon, and the king is always talking about the old king, whose name is also Aegon. So there's 3 Aegons. There's Viserys the king. There's Viserys, Rhaenyra's daughter, son. Too many characters got the same name. Come up with some different names, please. But anyway, overall, the show's good. It's a good show. If you like Game of Thrones, like back when it was good, you like this show, show's good. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, everything still makes sense. It happens far enough in the past that it doesn't really affect anything that happens in the real show. Other than in the real show, they like mention some of the things that happened in this because it's like history for them. But yeah, that's House of the Dragon. It's pretty good.
Time.
I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Do you want to play some spooky Halloween
Let's do some
games?
spooky Halloween games, baby.
All right, hand me the iPad.
Yeah. Let me reconnect it to
No,
the
I'm wearing
TV.
this fedora for fun.
Is it connected to the TV?
It was.
Yes, it is, but it isn't. It definitely
Maybe the
just
TV
isn't.
turned itself off. Boop, boop, hello. You have to drag it over.
No.
Uh,
Is TV on? There it goes.
oh, hello.
Let me make sure it's connected again.
Trademark technical difficulties,
Ba ba ba
everyone.
ba da real show. All right, there we
Good
go.
Show on TV. All right.
Alrighty.
Hand me that iPad.
mm,
I'm going to keep
not a lot of
score.
room here. Ba 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 da ba.
So, okay. So
ba-
if you
ba-
watched
ba.
last year's Christmas episode, you know what game we're playing. So this is the game where I take a movie poster and then I block out the name on the poster and Sam has to guess
I'm gonna scoot more this
what
way.
the movie is
So-
from just the poster.
Our audience at home can play along with us and make sure they can still see the TV. Can they still see the TV?
Yes. Now, Sam doesn't know what any horror movies are.
I don't really watch that many horror movies.
So
most of them
this
are not
will
very
be
good.
very funny because a lot of these are very famous
Do I also get
horror films.
Yes, you can guess too.
Max, you can phone a lifeline from Max because Max is going to know more of these.
All right, hit it up.
So if
hit
you
me with the movie.
So there's 15. If you get 7 or more, you get to keep the bucket of candy.
Okay.
If you don't get 7 or more, I get to keep the candy and you have to wear the hot dog costume for an episode.
Okay, sure, fine.
Okay, ready? We're going to start it off.
I think you should also have to wear the hot dog costume for an episode if I get it right.
If you get 7 or more, I'll wear the hot dog costume
Yeah.
for next week. You can give Sam can phone a lifeline once per round.
No, the bucket.
No, if Sam loses,
you're gonna
me
get candy anyway.
if Sam loses, me and you get to keep the bucket.
Yeah, that's how it works. All right.
Okay, round 1. This is the easy ones. Sam, what movie is this?
That is Halloween, the one that's the first one.
wrong, that's Michael Born.
Correct, Sam. It is the original Halloween from 1978.
Yes.
That's 1 point for you.
Yay! I got a point, guys.
Okay.
She doesn't know how to eat it. Get pranked.
Can't get it in her mouth.
You figured it out.
Okay, Sam. What is this one?
That is Night at the Museum. I have no idea.
So Sam is looking at a poster. It's got a bloody woman
is that
on it.
Scream Queen? I'm guessing Scream Queen.
It's got a bloody woman on it. I'll give him a hint. The name of the movie's on the poster.
Prom? Carrie goes to the prom?
Close.
Is it Terror at the... Oh yeah, is it prom night?
Is that you're locking in prom night as your final answer?
Oh, Terror at the prom? I don't know. Prom night, sure.
Sam's locking in prom night. That is false. It is the famed. It's gonna go.
It's
It takes a second.
Carrie.
It's Carrie,
Never heard of them.
I've never heard of this.
one of the most famous films ever made.
No, it definitely is not.
You know that? Okay. You know. Never mind. Sam's never heard of Carrie. We just learned that today.
No one has.
Everyone knows what that is.
No, okay, wait a minute. Twitch chat, hang on. I need validation. Twitch chat, what is this movie? Do you know what this is? Okay, Kilo did know what it is. Kilo, that doesn't count. You know what everything is.
Who's right? It's one of the whole. Have you never seen like a parody of the scene?
Don't drop that.
I know.
Please. Put it on the table. I don't want it dangling off.
It's the scene. You've never seen like a parody of the girl at the prom where the dance gets covered in blood and she has telekinetic powers, right? You've never seen that.
No.
Okay, it's like one of the most famous scenes
not
ever.
a thing I've ever seen.
Okay, well, we're learning that today. All right, next one. Sam, which one's this
That's
one?
Alien, and that's not really a horror movie.
Correct. Yeah, it is.
Not a Halloween movie.
It's not a Halloween.
It's a horror movie, but it's not.
These are all horror movies. They're not specifically Halloween.
I would not consider this a horror movie, but
Okay,
yes,
Halloween. You got 2. You got 2 out of 3 so far. What's this one, Sam?
that is Evil Dead.
So he's looking at a poster.
Wait, no.
It's
I've seen this.
Forest.
This is
Bloody Knife. It's got the guy.
Jason, but I don't know what the movie's called.
You're getting warmer.
Max, it's not Halloween. We already did Halloween.
Sam, it's not Halloween tomorrow.
Hey, it's not Halloween tomorrow. Oh, the free.
Come on, you'll get it. You'll get it. What's tomorrow, Sam?
I know it's Friday, but I don't know what the thing is.
You're so close. Although technically Jason is not in this movie. It's his mom in the original.
Oh, Freaky Friday? I don't think that's this one.
Sam.
That's not what this is.
Sam. This is
I haven't seen this one. I've only seen the second one.
This is why won't it go? Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
So
I knew
you don't get
that.
a point.
I just didn't know the thing.
You got 2 out of 4. So
I know
far.
I know like what they're from. Like I know who they are, but I don't know what they're from.
All right, Sam. What's this one?
Oh shoot.
He's looking at a picture. This is the poster. It's blue. Kind of got a guy in a parka and a big light shining out of his face.
Oh, The Shining.
No.
No? What?
Well, you want to use a lifeline?
Sure.
You get 1 lifeline per round, and it's the end of the round.
The Thing.
Correct, Sam. It is The Thing. What an original thought you have just had.
This looks like
You've gotten 3.
Look up Lawnmower Man.
I know what Lawnmower Man looks like.
That
I
looks
don't
like
see,
Lawnmower
this
Man.
does not look like. How are you
That
getting
guy
Lawnmower
looks
Man?
like the guy from Lawnmower Man.
Okay.
If
That
this
doesn't
was
look like anything.
If this was his hair instead of like a parka, he would look like the guy
It's
from
just a
Lawnmower
guy in
Man.
a parka. He doesn't even have a face. How does he look like Lawnmower Man?
The point is, I know what Lawnmower Man is. Go to the next thing.
All right. Well, we're moving on.
How many have I gotten right?
Can I like swipe?
3?
Well, let's swipe. Oh, can I use the arrow keys?
Sliding.
We're moving on to round 2. You've gotten 3. So all you need to do is get 4 more, and you'll win.
How many rounds are there?
There's 3.
Okay.
All right. So we're moving on. What's this one, Sam?
Oh.
It's looking at a black and white poster.
Oh, that's Psycho.
A woman.
Or American Psycho?
Sam.
What?
Max.
Oh, Scream, I guess?
Correct. It is Scream.
Why is the title so long? Oh, because it's like spaced out,
really
stupid.
spread out.
Oh, okay.
So that is your lifeline.
At first, I saw it and I thought Scream, but I was like, "There's no way the title would be that long."
I'm
It's like a
dangerously close
5-letter
to
word.
losing this. You only need 3 more. All right, but you've used your lifeline for this round, so
Okay, sure.
we'll see what happens. Sam.
Oh, that's Blair Witch Project.
Oh shoot, you got that one really, really fast.
I watch Nostalgia Critic. I know who this is.
Okay, so you've gotten
he
5.
does
You
not-
only need 2
He
more,
does not like this movie.
and there's only like half of them left. So
Also, this movie is really boring.
not that boring.
It's so boring.
It's not that boring because it's not that long. It's only like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh.
Sam, what is this one? A more recent one?
Is this Army of the Dead?
You're close.
The Walking Dead? This is not. No, The Walking
I'll
Dead's
give
a
you
show.
a hint. We talked about it earlier in the show.
Oh shoot. Oh, it's the Zack Snyder one.
Yup.
Gosh dang it.
It is a remake of an older film.
Something Dead.
Correct. It does have dead in the title.
Uh,
It's a picture. So the poster is a bunch of like shadowy figures, and it's got a big orange sun in the background, and it has on the poster, "When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth."
not
and-
Evil Dead.
Can you figure it out? That's the question.
Walking Dead. Living Dead.
And related.
Alive Dead.
Alive Dead.
Ah, shoot. I don't remember.
All right.
The Dead Walk. I don't know.
The dead walk. That's your final answer.
Sure.
All right. I'm sorry, buddy, but
There's
it is
the zombie.
Dawn of the
Dead. That's a
Dead.
dumb name.
All right, next one, number 4. All right, Sam, what's this one?
Yeah.
All right, take a wild guess.
Something almost beyond comprehension is happening. Oh, The Conjuring.
Somewhat related, I guess.
The Exorcist.
It's The Exorcist.
This man is the Exorcist.
Yep.
But I didn't read all the way before I
knew it
guessed
would be
that.
really
I only
hard.
read something beyond comprehension is happening to a girl. Who wrote this? Why would you? This is the whole movie you summarized here.
Okay, well, this was made in the 70s, and in the 70s and 80s, trailers and stuff for movies just outline the entire plot.
But yeah, that's The Exorcist. I
Yes.
was right.
Congratulations, you only need one more to win, which means I'm definitely going to lose this game. What's this one, Sam?
Oh, this is the Netflix one. Oh shoot.
Oh, the one that happened really.
Yeah.
Max, you're not allowed to help him on this one.
The Cabin. I don't remember.
Close.
I just remember seeing it. The wood. Is it The Cabin in the Woods?
It is The Cabin in the Woods, Sam. You
Let's
are correct.
go.
I don't know why you think it's from Netflix. It's not from Netflix.
I know it's. I keep seeing it on Netflix.
Oh, well, you've won. So
Well, we can keep going.
we can keep going. You're not gonna get the next 5.
That's fine.
at
But I
all.
got this one. I didn't think I would get
Oh,
this
Sam, trust me, no one's gonna get the next 5.
one. Hilo
but
will know.
you've already won.
Hilo knows what they are.
You've already won, which means you get the candy, and I have to wear that stupid hot dog costume for the entire episode. So I'm not looking forward to that. All right,
All right, what's the next one?
we're moving on to round 3, hard mode, everybody.
Clip it. Tucker said hard mode.
All right, Sam, what's this one?
This is. This looks like Blade.
It does look like Blade, but
He's
it
even
ain't
got-
Blade.
He's got Blade's signature little curvy knife.
That's true.
Blade has that thing. It's in
but
Fortnite.
Sam, it
he
ain't
has
Blade.
it.
I'll tell you that.
Is
It's not Blade.
Is it Vampire Blade?
You're so close.
Vampire.
Blade of the Vampire?
No,
Yeah, probably
you're so close.
Vampire Blood?
Think of synonyms for the word hunter.
Vampire Killer?
You're so close.
Vampire Murderer?
So close.
Vampire Tracker?
Oh, now you're moving in the wrong direction.
Vampire Killer? Vampire Unaliver? What? How many words are there for killing something?
All right, you want to lock in vampire unalive?
Yeah, we'll do Vampire Murderer.
Sam, it is vampire assassin.
That's really dumb. Why is he just Blade, but like
Because it
not?
was made to be a ripoff of Blade.
Well, clearly, but like, why is he exactly the same as Blade?
We're trying to confuse grandma.
Except for he's got cornrows. Blade doesn't do that.
True. All right, let's move on to the next one. Sam, what's this one?
Das
The title was really big, so I didn't have to block out a large portion. Of
Das Buy or Die Eyeball Bag.
it. Buy or die eyeball.
That's my body parts are in a bag.
No, that's a different movie, Sam.
That's Optimus Prime bought my grandma's corpse.
So we should lock in.
Yeah, we're locking in Optimus Prime corpse party time.
All right, Sam, I'm sorry, but that is, of course, Chopping Mall.
That's a stupid name for a movie.
It's about evil robots.
You know, I
who kill
understand.
people
I
in the
can
shopping
tell
mall.
what it's about from looking at the poster. That's just
See,
still
well,
really
that's how you're supposed
stupid.
to determine what the movie is.
But I would not have guessed Chopping Mall.
All right, Sam, what's this one?
Oh, now Das.
It's a picture of an old guy
Das
in front of
lawnmower.
a black background.
Das lawnmower man right there.
It's Lawnmower Man.
That's Robert Pattinson in the Journey for the Lost.
So on the
Tooth.
poster it says, "When fantasy becomes a deadly reality."
That's
That's Goblin.
that's Never Ending Story, the bad ending.
That's produced by Hometown Productions of Los Angeles.
That's this is the sequel to Santa Claus with muscles. This is Devil with less muscles.
I'm sorry, Sam, but this is, of course, Haunted Ween.
That is so dumb. That sounds like someone's got a penis disease.
I got a haunted ween.
Yeah, that sounds like your wiener's
Oh, man,
possessed.
my ween is haunted, bro.
That sounds bad. That
Oh,
sounds,
you have a lifeline for this round, by the way.
that sounds like
I
something
don't
that
know any of these.
that sounds like something that Bill Cosby would have used as like evidence in court that he didn't do it.
All right, Sam, what's this one?
S Pumpkin Man Kills.
You know, you're not far off.
S Pumpkin Attack.
well, okay, you're looking.
Oh, Jack Attack.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well,
Got it right.
that's
okay.
Jack and the
I'll
Beanstalk.
give you a hint. It has Jack in the name.
Jack-o'-lantern Panic.
You're so close.
Jack-o'-ween.
No, that was a reference to One Punch Man. Is it just Jack-o'-lantern?
So close. You locking that in?
Jack the Ripper?
Wait, wait.
I'm
Jack-o'-
sorry, everybody. It is
Jack-o'-
Jacko.
Bro, I was
Jacko. That's really
Just
stupid.
Jacko.
That's real dumb.
Oh, really, Sam? All right, I believe this is the final one. Which movie is this,
Oh,
Sam?
this is a classic. This is Leprechaun right here, starring Ice-T and
Ice-T
Warwick
is in
Davis.
this one.
Yeah, that's Leprechaun right there.
Which leprechaun? Then?
I don't think that's the space one, so I'm gonna guess Leprechaun 3. I'm not.
You're locking in Leprechaun 3.
It's one of the Leprechaun movies. I should get credit just for knowing it's the
I mean,
Leprechaun.
no, the whole point was that it's obviously a Leprechaun movie that you had to guess which one it is.
All right, Leprechaun 3.
All right,
Leprechauns
I'm
in the
sorry,
house.
Sam. It is, of course, Leprechaun in the Hood.
That's not a number.
It's
Which
not a
one is
number.
this?
I think 6
Oh, okay, so
or
that
5.
doesn't really count.
4 is the space one.
So Leprechaun in the Hood. That's
Correct.
a real movie.
So
and
Sam-
Ice-T's in that movie.
Sam got 7 out of 15, which means he does
Famous
win.
rapper and Kane's Ice-T enthusiast, Ice-T.
True.
He was also in an episode of Rick and Morty.
So Sam, that is guess the poster. I guess the movie from the poster.
All right.
Spooky
I
Halloween
win the game. I get Pringles.
There is no Pringles in this. Bucket.
Bro, you don't even know how many Pringles are on here. You guys in chat won't believe me. This thing's full of Pringles.
There's no Pringles. There's a small Halloween bucket that they give you when you're a kid for trick or treating.
Why'd you fill this with Pringles?
There's no Pringles. You've
why-
been eating
what-
M&Ms out of it on camera the
No, these
entire
are
episode.
small multicolored Pringles.
Why do you fill these M&M bags with small Pringles?
It took a lot of time. Could have made a better game. Instead, I filled these small M&M bags with Pringles for 4 hours. Don't know how I even got them in the bag. There's not a whole lot of room.
Don't you dare ask questions like that.
All right, Sam, we got time for our Halloween candy tier list. If you wanna pull one up,
All right, let's do
you can
that.
just Google it. Probably there's probably ones already set up. I'm really sad that you won that game.
The ones
True. You get that Scream one. He only got
I'm gonna have Twitch chat up.
because of Max.
Kilo says nice job, thank you. Night of the Living Dead? No, that yeah.
Night
Oh,
of
then
the
Kilo
Living
got,
Dead
like,
is the original.
almost all of them right.
Night of the Living Dead is public domain, or it was.
Yeah, I knew we talked about it earlier, and I know all the people who made it. I just didn't know what it was called.
Max is sitting out of frame and so far from the microphone, everything he says will not be picked. True, because you are sitting next to the phone. Max, would you close that door, please?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't reading.
Let's
chat.
see the thing. Yeah. Night of the
Alright.
Dead. That's not true. It's not Night of
Night
Night of the Living Dead is older.
Okay, this is just for like this one company.
Sam, just Google it. Why are you looking on the website?
Because this is where you make. This is where
No,
all the
but you
tier lists
put it
are.
into Google and then you just go to the link from
Candy
the
tier list. Here we
It's
go.
gotta be Halloween candy.
Halloween candy.
Just should not be.
There we go. I don't know what any of those are.
Just use Google, Sam. It's really not that hard.
You want me to like look up candy?
I did it earlier. Just look up Halloween candy tier list. You spelled Halloween wrong.
Oh yeah, I did. That's Halloween. Yeah, this is fearmaker.com, the website we were just on.
Exactly, but see how this is an actual one now.
All right, starting things off strong. Hershey,
Oh wait, okay. Before
Hershey's
go
cookies and
zoom
cream.
out, Sam. All right, so we got what is this? 6 tiers. We got first gone, A, B, last gone, straight into the trash, and I don't know what these are because they weren't in my neighborhood.
Yes.
So we're starting off with Reese's peanut butter cups. Hot take: I do not like Reese's peanut butter cups.
That's
I would
like
put them in B.
S tier.
B as B at the highest.
A fine, A tier.
All right, we'll do
Okay,
E tier.
I will say they have gotten worse over the last few years.
They just are gross.
No, like the mix of chocolate they use has changed, but it's the same for the trees and for the pumpkins because they don't make those as often. Like just the default cups taste different.
Maybe it's because they're putting weird stuff in the chocolate during the summer.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that is actually genuine.
I mean, that's what
like,
a
real thing.
lot of sweets companies do.
All right. Hershey's cookies and cream.
Oh, cool. No, don't eat them because they suck.
Yeah, that's garbage.
I think we're
booty
gonna
tier.
put that one straight in the trash. I think every time I get them, I usually get like 2 a year.
Kit Kats. tier.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, whoa.
You're not gonna eat. You're not gonna reach in. No, you're not gonna look into
Kit
your.
Kats are not A tier. What are you talking about?
No, you
You
don't.
are a weirdo.
Yes, I do.
Kit Kats are not that good.
Max,
I'm gonna
Kit
actually
Kats are barely even like real candy.
Sam. I'm gonna say I would put those in last gone.
Whoa. Whoa.
Out of all the
Whoa.
candy bars, they're like the least flavorful.
Max, will you move Sam's cam?
They just taste
over
like
that way?
crunch. They like have no chocolate in them.
Yeah. Will you? Okay. Yeah. Will you move it up too?
You have to unscrew
Like,
the candle,
do
the
this.
handle for that. It's fine. Just leave it.
Okay. I would put Kit Kats in last gone.
No.
Those are what you eat when
No, okay,
everything else
see,
is gone.
I don't.
People like Kit Kats.
I don't think because I know a lot of people like them, so I'm gonna put them because I don't think I think Yeah, I don't really like them that much, but universally, a lot of people like them. So I'm not gonna put them lower than B tier. But personally, I would probably.
I
just
would
throw
put
them
them in
away.
last gone. But yeah, I think you just gotta, I
100
don't not eat them. I
100
don't hate them. They just don't taste like anything.
Yeah, 100 grand.
I never ate them.
What even are you?
Trash.
Like they're honestly trash.
Yeah, honestly, trash.
Reese's Pieces. Okay, this might be a
Last
hot
one.
take. Reese's Pieces are freaking nasty.
I'll
don't-
eat them, but they ain't good.
Yeah, I'll eat like one or two of them, and then I'll remember that they are gross, and I'll not eat them anymore. Sweet tarts. Okay, sweet tarts actually first
Underrated candy.
gone. Underrated. Actually,
I will
bomb.
put those in first gone. Those are good.
Yeah, those you eat right away.
And all types. There's a million different types of sweet tarts.
But the bone ones, I think, are the best ones.
and those are the ones they do around Halloween.
Yeah,
So I think those are going. in the
those
first
you like
one.
eat while you're going around
So
trick or treating.
right now, sweet tarts are the highest ranked candy. It's ranked above Reese's peanut butter cups, Kit Kats, and Reese's Pieces.
All right, Three Musketeers, mid.
Mid, solid
The
B.
epitome of mid.
But solid B. I would put them above Kit Kats.
Eating more than like.
Yeah, you can't eat multiple at a time.
Okay, these cartoonishly large pixie sticks, they look super good, but your mom never lets you eat them, so they just never get eaten and they get
They're
thrown away.
not good. It's just sugar. There's no taste.
I'll
It's just
put
eating
last
sugar.
gone because usually they just don't even get
You're
eaten.
gonna, yeah, they're
But they
either-
don't taste bad.
and you're not gonna throw them out.
Yeah,
You're not gonna throw them
you
out.
just end up with a like plastic tube in your room forever.
Yeah,
Kinda gross.
Airheads,
Airheads.
I
I'd put
think
that
they're
in
good. Yeah, A tier.
A. I would put Airheads in A. Airheads are good.
There we go. What are you? Biddo Home.
Oh, okay.
Going in the not.
That sounds
don't
like
know
an
what it is.
that sounds like an Australia
Going
thing.
when I don't know what Crunch.
Nestle Crunch.
I like Crunch
Ooh.
bars.
You
No,
suck.
They suck.
I would put them in A.
What the-
They're just Hershey's with
what
like garbage
is
thrown
the
in them.
point
It's
of
rice.
the rice?
Yeah, why?
It gives it some crunch.
But
I
why?
don't want
Because
Who-
it's
okay.
good.
What human being bit into a chocolate bar and went, "Oh man, I wish this was crunchy"? No one. No one ever did
Who
that.
did that? It went. Hey,
This-
I wish there was peanut butter in
No.
this.
This is what happened. They were making chocolate bars in the same factory that they were making rice. Some idiot walked over to the chocolate section holding a big vat of rice, slipped on a banana peel, and spilled all the rice into the chocolate. And they were like, well, crap, this is like an entire season's worth of chocolate. We can't throw it out. Whatever. It adds crunch. Ship it. That's
I
how
like
this
Crunch
happened.
bars. I would put them in A. You are wrong. Okay, can we at least put them above Reese's Pieces?
No, honestly,
No,
no.
I want them above Reese's Pieces.
I would honestly rather eat Reese's Pieces.
You
than
are a
Crunch bar.
weird man.
All right, what is Necco?
Necco, never heard of it.
Oh, garbage.
Is that a
Go in the not in my neighborhood.
trash? Okay. Sour Patch Kids, A
Eh,
tier.
you want those-
tier.
Would those be first gone?
No, not usually.
We're going
maybe
A?
if it was a bad year, maybe.
Okay, yeah. If you got a bad haul, you'll eat the Sour Patch Kids
Nerds first gone.
first. Nerds first.
Nerds
gone.
are bomb.
Automatically. Those
Love
are straight. You're eating
nerds.
those on your way from one house to the other.
Good and plenty. Garbage. Actually nasty. Just
Like the
literal
worst
poison.
candy ever made.
Just- That is F tier. This
That
is we don't know what it is.
Yeah, we don't know what it is. The F tier is straight into the trash. That's like you're not even gonna bother eating it.
All right.
Straight into the trash is like so bad your dad won't eat it.
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers are not last gone. What are you
Well,
crazy?
No one ever eats them first.
You don't eat them first, but you eat them.
Okay, bottom of B.
Okay, fine.
But that's not Twizzlers. That's a different thing. Yeah, but that's not what this is.
You don't get those for Halloween.
That's not what these are. These are just default Twizzlers.
All right, dots.
Dots, A tier.
Dots A tier.
Good, solid A tier.
Really close to first
Maybe
gone.
first gone, but not quite.
M&M's first gone.
mid.
What? No.
That's a,
You
okay,
did not just say that.
Listen.
that's A tier.
Listen. M&M's are just like the most basic candy ever made.
That's why they're classics.
But they're like there's too many. You get too many of them.
That's good.
No, you only eat them first because you have so many of them that you're not worried about running out.
Exactly. That's why they're going in the eat first category.
No, the economics, Tucker, supply and demand. The more of a thing you have, the less you want it.
There wouldn't
you
be
always
so many if they weren't so good.
No, it's just because they have more money than the other candy companies. They just make more of them. They're also super cheap because it's like a drop of chocolate.
Okay, you gotta put them in A tier. They're they're freaking M&M's. You gotta put those in A tier.
Hey, I'll bottom of A. There's no way
put
they're
them
going
above
higher than
Airheads right now.
that. Okay, better than Airheads, to be honest, but literally, I don't know. It's kind of rough. What is happening?
You are a crazy person.
What? Okay, I don't know what's going on, chat.
Okay, next up.
Is chat frozen? What? Oh, I'm frozen. Anyway, what are you? Orbit gum.
Oh no,
just gum in general.
Trash.
Just gum in general.
gum. Last gone. You're gonna still.
You never get home and start eating.
But exactly. But you're still gonna use it eventually.
Yeah,
so
you're still
I
gonna
put
chew it
in last
eventually.
gone.
You're just not gonna chew it right now.
You're not gonna chew it anytime you're hungry.
These weird chocolate things that they give out at fancy
I
restaurants.
like those.
I've never
I've never got them on Halloween.
but they're fine.
They're
Put 'em in
fine.
B tier, I guess.
I put them in B tier. I occasionally get one.
Runts. What do we think about runts? We've gotten them before. In Halloween, they come in like clear bags. They're the ones that look like fruit,
The ones that look
like shiny fruit, like really shiny fruit.
B.
They're okay.
I put 'em in-
top of B. They're definitely better than Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces suck.
Laffy Taffy and Airheads are the same thing.
Laffy Taffy is first gone for me.
Yeah, Laffy Taffy is good.
I'll put it above Airheads, but like they're basically the same candy.
They're very similar.
They're indistinguishable to me.
Laffy Taffy's a little bit
Werther's
softer.
original disgusting. That's medicine.
It's medicine for your grandma.
The chewy ones suck. The hard ones are
No, they're all stupid. These things, no one ever eats them.
No, those are so good. I got them one time.
No one ever eats them.
If no one ain't them, it ain't going high.
Okay, last gone, bottom of last gone.
All
They're
right.
like something you just get. Like you don't. Where do you even buy those? They just spawn. Like they don't. No one makes them.
All right.
Hershey's Kisses.
okay.
Mid.
Hershey's Kisses.
Yeah.
Mid.
They're not bad,
They're not above cake.
but you never eat them even remotely close
Mid
to
for the
top.
same reason as M&Ms. You just get too many of them,
I guess.
and it's just basic
but
chocolate.
I would rather eat M&Ms than I would eat Hershey's.
Yeah, me
Kisses.
too.
Hershey's chocolate. Just like the
It's
straight
literally
up chocolate.
same. Literally
Yeah,
same.
you have
as
to put them
Kisses.
the same. They're just different shapes.
They're actually the same chocolate. They're just a different shape.
Mike and
uh,
Ike's first gone.
I don't think first gone. I think top of A.
Whoa.
They're like them. Okay, I put them in dots on like the same level.
They're that good.
I think they're pretty good,
They're good, but they're not.
and they're not like super sticky. So like you can eat a lot of them.
Snickers B.
Snickers, I love Snickers a lot.
Snickers B.
Top of B.
No.
I would so much rather
You're not gonna trash your Snickers.
eat a Kit Kat than a. I would so much rather eat a Snickers than a Kit Kat. 100%.
I would rather eat a Snickers.
Almond
than
Joy,
a Kit Kat.
boo. You don't need. Why do you even
Boo,
exist?
gross.
Actually,
Almond
disgusting.
Joy. Almond Joy created the trash Halloween candy pile.
Yeah.
Who thought put almonds with coconut?
Baby Ruth, put it in last gone because your grandma will eat it, but you're not gonna eat it.
You get two, and your grandma's gonna eat both of them.
Caramel apple pops. You're not.
Never
You're
heard
not
of it.
real. You don't exist. What are you?
Oh,
Charleston Chew. I've only heard about you as a meme. I've never actually seen you exist.
In
So
the trash. I'm not gonna
I'm
eat
gonna
it if I
put you
get it.
in non-existent. Mr. Goodbar. Okay,
Trash. If you do anything else
No,
with Mr. Goodbar,
listen.
I'll kick you.
they're literally the same as Hershey's,
You
just with M&Ms in them.
you are the worst person to ever live.
They're literally the same chocolate.
If you don't put Mr. Goodbar in the bottom of the trash can right now,
Tucker, we can't put Hershey's in B tier and put. They're the same thing.
yes, we can, because Mr. Goodbar
Do you
is bad.
see where it says Hershey's right there? It's the same thing.
After
No, you gotta put Mr. Goodbar in the trash. What are you even talking
No,
about? Right
I'm
now?
putting it like.
the last one.
Yeah, I'm putting it above
You're
Crunch.
definitely not eating it even remotely
I
close to
would
the top.
much rather eat a Mr. Goodbar than a Crunch.
No,
100%.
People are monsters.
This specific gum,
Oh, the double bubble?
bottom of B.
Yeah,
Oh, they're above Andy's.
Swedish Fish, is it first gone?
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't eat them.
Honestly, Swedish Fish used to be bomb, but for some reason over the last like 10 years, flavor's gone. No, because they're harder now too. They used to be like floppy. They changed the way that they made them. Yeah, you just weren't around. You just don't remember. Yeah, I know, but you weren't a big you were not a Swedish fish enthusiast. I think they're really good. I think they just got bad. Like
I would put them in bottom A,
Bottom of A.
high B.
Yeah,
me.
bottom of A.
I don't love Swedish fish are fine. I don't love them.
blow pops are good, but they always get eaten last. I don't know why.
Yeah,
That's just how it is.
Lollipop. Yeah, it's because of the gum. That's why.
I'm putting it
Better than the freaking Tootsie Roll ones.
putting it above Reese's Pieces. These really spicy ball things.
Never heard of them.
Leto likes them.
Trash it.
Trash, yeah.
Oh, okay, but
Okay,
hey,
these.
wait, go back.
What?
Wait, go back. We've established Baby Ruths as your grandma will eat
Yeah,
them, so
we'll put
they're
it in the
staying,
same.
So we got to do the same.
Yeah, your grandpa eats it.
Your grandpa will eat it.
These flavored Tootsie Pops are actually bomb.
First
First
gone.
gone.
Honestly, first gone.
Regular Tootsie Pops, booty.
No.
Regular Tootsie Pops suck. The
Bad.
flavored ones, bomb. Every
Actually,
time,
really
bomb.
good. You eat them first every time.
The brown ones.
Fun Dip, conceptually, is really good, but then you eat it and you actually just get sick because it's just really gross.
You feel really stupid.
You
eating
feel
Fun
really
Dip.
nasty eating it. So I'm gonna
Okay,
put
them at the bottom of B because
B.
you'll still eat it, but you'll eat
You'll
it like
feel-
in your closet
And the
alone.
stick is always gross. Like you have to eat it because like it's edible and like you gotta do the thing, but it's gross. The stick sucks.
Societal pressure has caused you to eat the Fun Dip.
Tootsie Pops, no.
Tootsie's Pops.
Sorry, they
You're gonna
suck.
throw those away.
Yes.
Here's what I'll do. I'll eat the lollipop part and then throw away the
Yeah,
Tootsie
I
Roll
know.
part.
Yeah, but if you have to throw away half the candy,
That's
it's not
true.
good.
Yeah, just throw it in the trash. baby.
Roll-ups, you never get them, but first
I've gotten them a couple times.
bomb.
Those are
Fruit
Those are
roll-ups,
good.
bomb.
Good.
Gushers, you kind of have to eat first because otherwise they get gross and sticky. So I'm gonna put it in
You
first
gotta
gone.
eat those
But it's
first.
not because you actually want to eat them first.
'cause
Because
you
you kind
have
of
to.
have to.
Gummy bears A. Gummy bears as high as they go.
No,
baby.
no. But see, again, these have been around since like ancient times.
Sam.
And Haribo specifically is just like the most mid-tier of gummy bears.
You have the. How?
They're
You can't just say it's horrible because it's old.
No, it's not because it's old. It's just because like they are just not that good.
Sam, you put gummy bears.
Oh,
Sam, you. For those who are listening to the show, Sam just put gummy bears behind Swedish fish.
No, I was just dragging them up there. I wasn't leaving it there. I just couldn't go any further on the trackpad.
You are horrible. I should. How? Why?
Yeah, for Halloween, gummy bears are like there's like every other kind of gummy is better. Like gummy worms, better. Sour gummy worms, better. Sour gummy bears, better. Sour Patch Kids, better. Like literally every kind of gummy is better. They're like the most default settings gummy.
They're the M&Ms of-
Like I don't understand putting them above literally any other gummy because every gummy is just a
So,
better version of gummy
For
bears.
those so Sam put Crunch Bars in trash
They are trash.
because he got mad at the idea of putting rice and chocolate. Of putting
Tell us
rice.
what you think of Crunch Bars.
Of putting rice and chocolate.
Hilo says this is so funny, and Except says I'm back.
So
He just said
Sam
that.
put
I don't know
Sam
why.
put Crunch Bars in bottom tier because he felt that the rice chocolate combination was unnecessary.
No, it's
But
not
then
unnecessary. It's just dumb.
Put M&Ms, Hershey's Kisses, Hershey's chocolate, and gummy bears in lower tiers because they were so generic.
I didn't put anything below. I didn't put any of them below Crunch. I put them all up here.
I'm just saying you criticized one for being too unique, and then you got mad at
No,
the
it's
other
not
ones
too
for being
unique.
too generic.
It's a combination that just is bad. It's not about uniqueness. It's just a bad combination.
It's just like, oh, a chocolate bar, except I have to
Everyone
eat
else
it
in the
raw,
entire
like
world-
cooked rice, and it sucks and it adds no flavor.
Everyone else in the entire
Like we're not
world,
ranking these based on how unique they are as candy.
You're the only person in the entire world who who doesn't eat the gummy bears first.
No, I'm not. No one does because they
100% you
eat all the other gummies are just better versions of them.
They're
'Cause,
not.
okay,
Hold on.
gummy bears were made in like cowboy times probably. I can imagine a cowboy eating a gummy bear, or, like going to like an old timey shop and like the guy has gummy bears and he's like, try out this cool thing I made. Like, okay, gummy bears have been around forever. They were like the first gummy. And then I feel like all the gummies after that, they took gummy bears and were just making them better in some way.
They're just changing the shape.
Yeah, but like, would you rather eat a gummy worm or a gummy bear? If I had a gummy
I would
worm
put
right
them
here,
on the same
and
level.
I put a
Gummy worms?
Just a regular gummy worm, but like the fat ones. If I had a gummy worm sitting right here and a gummy bear sitting right here, which one would you rather have? Just one.
Gummy bear.
Oh, why the gummy bear? How? Well, you eat the little worm and you can chop it in half.
No, the gummy worms are bigger, but that's not like an object. That doesn't taste better.
Yeah, it's just more. Okay, you have to eat like 5 gummy bears to get 1 gummy worm worth of gummy.
That's true, but that's just because one is bigger than the other one. One bag has 5 gummy worms. The gummy bear bag is gonna have 10 gummy bears.
Also, the gummy bears.
You can do that with gummy worms too.
No, you can't. They're worms.
Max, name one other movie than Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where someone fuses gummy bears together. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not talking about.
You just said you can recreate scenes from movies. You just said that. You literally just said that exact thing. What were you talking
He's saying
about?
you can recreate scenes using the gummy bears.
Are you
as
talking about the
characters from
TikTok
movies.
trend where you like they push each other off cliffs or whatever?
No, like with the Naruto one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a thing. That doesn't make them better as
Yeah,
candy.
but I can like chop in half.
But Max, have you ever done that?
Yes.
Not the chopping in half thing, the using it to make movie scenes thing.
Yes.
Sam?
Where did you post that?
Okay, red alert. Red alert. Red alert. Do you guys remember a couple of years ago the whole pink Starburst Halloween controversy?
No.
You guys don't remember that?
I
Max,
like
do
gummy
you
worms
remember
better than
years
gummy
ago-
bears. Thank you, Kilo, with the right take as always.
You idiot. Do you remember a couple years ago where all the Starbursts were pink?
Oh yeah.
It's happening again. I opened 3 different
It is?
Starbursts and they've all been pink. Did it happen again?
Oh my gosh. They're pink
It
again.
happened again.
Tucker tweeted.
This
"We're-
is a conspiracy.
breaking news. Breaking news.
Wait, did you buy the all pink one?
No, I
No,
bought
this was
a
a variety
variety pack.
They're both pink. Guys, Tucker, Max, show the camera. Show the camera. Tucker, turn on the camera.
Pink.
Pink.
It's pink.
All of them are pink.
They're all pink.
This is
Somebody
a conspiracy.
called Chatronic, right? I'm
This
tweeting
is a
at him.
conspiracy.
Hold on. The real test.
Max, we've done it 3 times.
It's confirmed.
4th one, pink. It's confirmed.
It's confirmed.
Canon.
Pink. All right, I'm
Now
tweeting
I
right
I'm
now.
sorry. The science is clear. It's a science fact.
Guys, oh my god.
Let's continue with the
It's happening live.
As the man who taught Bill Nye the Science Guy science, this is real science. It's canon. It's confirmed. It's a fact. They're all pink. Now, to be fair, I honestly like the pink ones, so like I'm not really upset by
You
this.
don't want only pink.
But like, yeah, I do like the yellow ones are my favorite, and it kind of sucks that they're all pink. Yeah, the yellow ones are my best ones. No, they're just okay. That's not true.
The red ones.
No, the dark red ones that only come in the berry one are the best. Yeah. All right. Anyway,
The orange ones are.
next candy.
I cannot believe.
Were those original? I already put you in the. Why is there 2 of you?
No, those are the hard ones.
No, they're not.
Where those originals are always bad. You're wrong.
Heath, you're not even real. No one eats you.
No one's ever eaten a Heath bar.
Butterfinger's actually disgusting.
Yes. No. Okay. We'll put them in last gone for our good pal Lucas Skeens.
No.
Come on. Throw
For
him a
who?
bone.
For who?
Lucas Skeens.
Oh yeah,
He'll eat all the buddy fingers.
in reference to a guy from Boy Scouts you guys have never met. and
That's a
probably will never
YouTube
meet.
video. No, that's on Brian's life. That video. And no, it might have been deleted actually.
No, in the Smash Bros one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's still up.
So that's a reference now.
Hot tamales.
What? You're putting those.
No,
last on?
I'm just dragging him up. I'm not putting them there. I put them here. Right here.
Sam, how much battery do you have left? in your
This is
computer?
specifically the giant ones. Probably like 10. How much we got? 10, yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up quick. All right,
Lemon
what we got?
heads.
Lemon heads.
Bomb.
First gone.
Actually, really good. Underrated. Really good.
First gone.
First gone.
Lemon heads.
Now and later.
I've never.
No, they're like Starburst, but really hard. They kind of suck, honestly. But I'd still eat them. So, better than Baby Ruth. Okay. Regular Tootsie Pops suck. Gross.
Trash.
Disgusting. Jolly Ranchers. First
A
gone.
tier, First gone.
First gone. Well, okay, only certain flavors though. I'll put them in A tier because only certain flavors. Only certain flavors are really good. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'll just do that.
Junior mints. B.
Junior Mint's mid.
E.
But like not
They
bad
melt
kind of
really
mid.
Fast.
Better than Hershey's Kisses for sure. Ring Pops bomb, but not first gone because they take too long to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
I never get that many of them. Like
I'm gonna put them above Dots.
them above dots.
Payday, you're not even really candy.
Nope. Straight in the
Disgusting.
trash.
Toblerone, you're not real
Trash.
and also gross.
Oh, no, put that
Peanut
in-
Peanut M&Ms, I like more than regular M&Ms, so that's where we're
Well,
gonna put them.
you're a weirdo, so yeah,
No,
that's trash.
you're just dumb. You're just not enlightened. You're just.
I've
you're just
eaten peanut M&Ms. They're not good.
I'm sorry. You're just not enlightened.
Trash.
What is this?
I don't know, but trash.
Mamba?
Trash.
Mamba, I've never heard
Milk
of.
Duds,
Milk
trash.
Duds, disgusting. Milky Way is the
last gone.
Milky Way is the same thing as the Three Musketeers. Like they're not. They don't actually taste the same, but they're like in my brain. They're like the same.
Yeah,
thing.
they're related.
They're like cousins. Like
Yeah.
this is like a. Okay, if this is like the white kid, this is like their cousin. That's like 1/4 not white. Just okay, straight. Just an apple.
Just an apple.
Not even candy, but you can't throw it away.
No, you don't. You never eat it if you got it. You would.
No, but you can't eat it last because it's an apple. It's gonna go bad. So,
Don't put it in A.
I'm gonna put it in first gone just because you can't
You
like
weirdo.
you can't leave it like it's an
You
apple.
don't willingly eat it first.
Yeah, you don't eat it first because you want to. You eat it first because you have to.
Raisinets, your dad will eat them.
Disgusting
I
trash.
hate Raisinets.
Toothbrush. You're actually just cringe if you give a kid a toothbrush. on
Yeah,
Halloween.
everyone hates you, and they're
No
gonna
one
egg you
thinks
out.
you're funny.
It's not good.
Skittles first gone. Skittles first gone.
Skittles are first better than apple.
Throw me a bone.
They're not as good as lemon heads though. Smarties.
Smarties B.
First gone. No, first gone.
They're first gone, but that's just because they're so easy to eat. They're
Yeah,
not
I
that
guess.
good, but they are.
They're not
first
that good,
gone.
but yeah,
No,
you'll
but
eat
you
them.
can also smoke
It's funny. Starburst.
Starburst A.
them.
Like high.
High A.
Better than Mike and Ike.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Sugar Daddy. I've had
Trash.
only because we lived in Ohio, and they're not even bad. They're just kind of weird. Put them above
That's
Mr. Goodbar. There we go.
Candy
Candy corn, disgusting trash. No one
What?
likes you.
Yeah,
You're actually
disgusting.
disgusting. Anyone who likes
Weird.
them is a crazy psycho.
Twix.
Twix is just like a slightly better version of regular chocolate, so I'm putting it right there. These
Warheads,
bomb.
A.
Love Warheads. Let's go. Everyone thinks I'm crazy because I ate 5 of them at once one time. They're just really good.
You just
Love
ate
Sour
them because
Patch
they
Kids.
taste good?
Yes. Whoppers, disgusting.
Oh, Wyatt loves them. That
York
means they're going in
patties-
the trash.
York Patty's first gone, honestly.
York, yeah. Everyone hates them, but they're good.
More
You're
of a
wrong.
Christmas candy, to be honest.
True,
but
they are more
still, like, they're so easy to eat.
But you're going to get them at Halloween, and you're going to eat them first.
0, you don't exist. Okay.
All right, Sam. Will you take
All right.
a screenshot
I think
of this?
that's the yeah.
Save it
Let me
somehow.
let me boost this.
All right,
boy.
everybody. Thank you for watching our special Halloween Spooktacular here on the McDoncast. If you disagree with our tier list, let us know in the comments. We'll pretend to read them. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find the audio version on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your audio podcasts. If you want to watch the video, it's available on youtube.com.
Kilo just always has the good takes.
It's available on youtube.com as well as on Spotify. Sam, you got anything to say to our loyal listeners?
Check us out on Twitch. I'm not going to be live today, but I will be live tomorrow. And also, our Halloween special is, well, you won't see it, people who are watching this, but it's going to be on Monday night, the night of Halloween. You're going to be in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Max is going to be in it, right? Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. It's going to be a fun time. You need to make a character for that, by the way, or use Lord Alfonso.
I'll make a new
Alfonso.
one. All right, thank you for watching, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
By the way,